So you're just starting off in the aquarium hobby and you are getting into the main purpose of why you got your fish tank in the first place, and that is buying your fish. However, lots of fish don't get along with each other, which can cause them to fight to the death. And in this video, you are going to learn about communities, peaceful fish, and some advanced fish that are aggressive. And this is something that I wish that I knew. Hi, and welcome to my channel JoFish, where it's all about loving JoFish. If you haven't done so by now, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications so that you get notified every time I release a video. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below because I appreciate any type of feedback. Just let me know. I need friends. So let's just get this out of the way. Big fish eat smaller fish. So the rule of thumb is that if it can fit in a fish's mouth, it is most likely going to end up as food. So to just keep that in mind when you start building your community. For example, you don't want to put Oscar fish with a school of neon tetras, because Oscar fish can be sold for like 2 inches at the pet store, but can get up to like a foot long, or I think even bigger. So once your Oscar fish start growing, your neon tetras will slowly start to disappear. So what are community fish? So community fish are fish that get along with each other and adequately sized to your aquarium. I'm going to leave a link down in the description below of a guide that will give you 35 peaceful community fish for your tank. This article really helped me because it gives a brief description of each fish and also lets you know the size it gets, the difficulty to care for, and the minimum tank size that it can go in. Now I'm going to talk about the peaceful communities that I currently have. So the first community is Guppies, Mollies, and Platies. And I would recommend this to any type of beginner because they can pretty much get along with anybody. I currently have this community in my balcony pond along with one common goldfish and a couple minnows. I will warn you though and say that if you do have a mixture of males and females, these guys can breed like crazy. I actually have a lot of baby guppies in my pond and I think it's very cool just to kind of watch them grow. The next community that I want to talk about is angelfish and tetras, which is the community that is behind me. I have 2 angelfish as a centerpiece and a variety of tetras. I have black skirt tetras, bloodfin tetras, and red-eye tetras. I also have some plecos, corridors, and Siamese algae eaters, and also 2 little rams that I recently got. This is the largest aquarium that I own, which is a 29-gallon, but stay tuned because I probably will get larger tanks here pretty soon. Next community that I want to talk about actually revolves around male bettas. In my 5-gallon, I have a half-moon male betta with ember tetras and shrimp. This community got me excited because I thought male bettas had to be by themselves, but it turns out that they can be with other community fish, they just can't be with their own species. However, female bettas are different. The next community that I have is what's inside my 10-gallon tank at the moment. In my 10-gallon, I currently have dwarf gouramis with platies, lemon tetras, mystery snails, and pandagara. I plan to move my platies to my pond, lemon tetras to my 29-gallon once they get bigger, and what I want to do is put some female bettas in my 10-gallon tank. I believe a community of dwarf gouramis and female bettas would look sick, so hopefully I can do that soon. When it comes to aggressive communities, you will need a minimum tank size of 30 gallons, or I'd probably say 55 gallons. It just depends on what kind of fish that you get. The reason why is because aggressive fish usually are very territorial, so they need enough space in order for them to coexist, and they just get really large as well. I personally have not experienced an aggressive tank yet, however, I do have some ideas for whenever I do. The first community that I probably would set up is a barb tank, so tiger barbs, cherry barbs, rosy barbs, and I'll probably end up throwing some neon tetras in there as well. Another tank that I would love to have is a school of Oscars. One day I will get 5 little baby Oscars and just watch them grow up into adults. However, I will need a larger aquarium like a 125 in order to achieve this. The next community that I would probably get is a cichlid tank. This community of fish look very beautiful. Very beautiful. They come in a variety of colors. They can actually only coexist with their own species. For example, African cichlids and Texas cichlids. You have to use caution if you mix these two together because they can start fights with each other. Eventually, I would like to dedicate one large tank to a certain fish called a flower horn. Flower horns actually do not exist in nature. They are hybrids created through generations of selected crossbreedings, so it's a man-made fish. And people actually compete with these depending on like their color patterns, and these guys can actually be worth lots of money depending on how they look. I'm going to leave another link down below of 23 predator and aggressive freshwater fish for your tank, just so you can get some ideas in case you do choose to go this route. So pro tip, do some research before you start your community. Ask questions whenever you go to your local fish store, because some fish can be aggressive while others can be very peaceful. And that is something that I wish that I knew whenever I first started. So that's all I got for y'all today. Leave a comment down below. What kind of fish community do you have? Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Peace out, guys.